I think Mud is anybody who's feeling it in the crowd when we're playing, to be honest. Whoever Mud is, I feel like that's whoever it wants to be. Whoever's feeling the Mud, that's what I feel. Hit me.
You don't know that.
Yeah, some guy having a really bad day. It's like, fuck you! You red minivan piece of shit!
Just slams at your back as the band.
I'd be like, dude, calm down. I'd be like,
as we're all dead.
You gotta
calm down, bro. You just killed all my bros. Just trying to light a cigarette here.
We would be the ones.
See, that's why I'm the driver, and you guys are my cushions for when people rear-end me.
You know, if we all die, you know, Mud lives on because of CHASTIN.
No. I'd be in my closet traumatized, and Ben would have to bring me ramen noodles to feed me.
Anytime someone says Mud, CHASTIN goes into a panic attack and just sprints out the window, just starts running around the neighborhood naked. I can't think about Mud! I can't think about Mud!
Mud sort of like formed from the ashes of another band called the Pelvic Woo.
Fun, grungy punk shit. Yeah.
That band was what got us into like the rapid scene. And then, so when that kind of fell apart, it was me and CHASTIN were like, well, screw it, we'll do it ourselves. We have a drum set and everything we need, so you know, we jammed a couple shows just us, and they were like, you know, I like to play guitar more, like, or I can do more on guitar, I should say. I have just as much fun on every instrument. But we ended up meeting like MICAH at a party, and through his cousin Zach, who is no longer with us, who actually would be our bass player for a while. I don't know, it was weird. It just kind of happened, like it fell together, you know. So we became a six-piece when some like kids around here that didn't really have anything to do were like, screw it, we can play instruments and let's go play some shows. Played a couple shows through Rapid as that. Kind of went our separate ways with a few of the members. Became a three-piece, which is cool. We actually got to like really kind of hone into the three of us trying to make up for the six-piece. But then we found Davey. He sort of just fell into our lives, and we kind of took him in under our wing, like, oh, you can come stay with us and stuff. And you know, threw him a bass, and he's only been playing bass for like 3 months. And now we have, you know, the Mud four-piece as we have it today.
Like, not much of anything else.
What else you want me to do?
Alright, okay.
Nice bass, dude.
Sounds like a good reason. I like it.
Thanks.
I started playing bass this January, and when I picked up that bass, I thought it was the only thing I ever loved and I ever will love. Oh my God, it's so nice just being able to express my feelings through music. And I never really had a way to express my feelings, so it's good.
Yeah.
His kit, when I watched him play live, was like this old beat-up drum set. Like the heads were like, had duct tape on them, but it was so cool because
For this record, during the process of these songs, we had some that we previously wrote. Some of them we were writing in transit of moving to Spearfish. So a lot of those feelings about moving and a new town, because we're all from Custer, they just coalesced into this record. And I'm excited to write about the experiences I've had in Spearfish since then. But these are some older songs that we just want to get out there.
double bass ready. So once I get it, then we'll be a metal band. We're switching.
When it comes to practicing and playing and writing out a lot of the songs and stuff like that, we do like these jam sessions, and so a lot of times we play what we normally feel, you know, what's going on at that moment. So in the drums, it's always kind of like, you know, the instructions I get from the rest of the guys, like, you know, play what you sound like, what you think sounds good, what sounds right, you know, we want it looking like this, or we want it this tempo, and I'm like, okay, I'll follow and do the best I can, and you know, that's how a lot of these songs get written out and structured out. And then, you know, as we progress, you know, it's like, okay, you know, that was easy, let's add something to make it harder, you know, let's have a change here, let's have a break, and we just remember those and keep it going and adding more stuff, and you know, everything starts to come together by the end of the song.
These songs are very like punk rock, like do it because it feels good. Like we just would, that's what, our songwriting is just kind of, we get together and we just jam together random stuff. And sometimes we're like, oh my God, that sounds really good. Let's add to that, or let's take some parts away. And that's kind of the feeling of the record too. It's kind of like, you know, does it feel all right with us? Was it fun to make, fun to play?
Go. Here we go, baby. It's motherfucking Jerry.
Wave to it. It is.
The process has been really awesome. The cool thing about this band, and what I love about recording psychedelic rock, is there's so many different kind of tonal elements that kind of come into the song. And so, you know, we just sort of first started out by just sort of mapping out the whole song and everything. And then we kind of came back in, recorded all the parts individually, but it was super cool because where the production came in is where we were like, all right, you know, here's a guitar tone for this song. This is kind of the feeling we want to go for. And so as we were recording the album, we didn't just stick with one tone and go with it. We had different tones through the whole thing, and it made for a really cool, eclectic, beautiful mashup.
Sounding bass.
We do like
But I guess it kind of depends what you're going for, you know. Is it like a kind of a smoother,
I think,
you know, rock kind of bass, or
we definitely have a heavier, like you said, grainy bass, because like thinking of like Cafeteria or songs like Grow, or even like Nosebleeder, it's like it's really punchy, really in your face. I think a punky bass would be.
Was that always intentional though, or is it like just because like at the time when we were doing those we had like 6 people, so it had to be?
When I played bass, yes, it was intentional. I always turned on a distortion pedal even if I had one, or a fuzz, because I love bass and fuzz. But again, it's all up to you, David. Like,
I mean, it's a lot different without like playing without you guys.
this is true.
So
Yeah.
like, it sounds a lot different, but
Right. I don't know. We kind of try to mix the punky, punchy stuff with the smoother rock stuff.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like my idea, kind of, but I don't know.
so maybe we just need a good balance between the two.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I got a really cool SVT model on my Kemper.
Oh, yeah.
That would be sick.
Why don't we just run through that? I've got a Harkey cab we can use in there, and let's just kind of see what kind of tones we can get, and if we like it better,
Right.
you know, and if we don't, then we'll go back to using the Rumble and
Right on.
see which one we
that.
like best.
I love SVTs, dude.
I would say it's like punk meets psychedelic rock. You know, every little element of this, that was kind of the challenge for me, was like, how do I make this sound like a punk record but still sound like that psychedelic rock, because those are two genres that don't always get blended together. So like for the bass, for example, we wanted a warm bass like you'd hear in a classic psychedelic rock, but then you kind of have that grittiness that you want from punk. And same with the vocals, you know, we ended up just today, we were blending in a little bit of a guitar amplifier effect into the vocals, just to kind of give it that punk rock kind of grit to it.
Chastin, are you gonna stop smoking cigarettes before the end of this album?
Yes. Yeah, some of the songs they're whatever we're feeling at the time. Like like one of our songs, Grow. I was feeling at a spot where I was uninterested and not creative and didn't have the flow going through my brain. So I was like, what can I write about? And I watched the movie Alien Covenant, and I was just like, all right, not to name drop, but yeah, I just watched that movie and wrote a song about it.
How do you feel that your owners are all in Mud? Oh wait.
That's an interesting question. Mud is a way for me to express, you know, a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions I have through drumming that I can't normally do, you know, like whether I'm working or driving, you know, and through that, you know, I'm able to have a lot of fun with my fellow friends who I play my music with and really get a better understanding of, you know, like myself and like what I can do, and then like also being able to express myself through that, you know. It's a lot of fun, and Mud is just a way for me to do that.
It means life. I live for this band. These guys are my fucking homies, and I just think if you're gonna get muddy with everybody. I want that.
Friends and good times with those friends, I think. Like memories, and to make more memories, of course.
Mud means family.
You can expect us to be putting out stuff because we always want to make music, and that's not ever gonna change.
This thing is rolling. We are rolling. I took a shit ton of Molly for this, so I have been rolling for the last 7 hours. I'm ready to be done because I'm kind of tired and I'm coming down. So let's get this over. Sick. Just kidding. So your thoughts on Britney Spears? Psych. Yeah. Just don't look at Alex. He's trying to make you look at him, but they don't want you to look at him. David, get the fuck out of the frame. Just kidding. Just joking.